So far this year, a record number of CEOs have left their roles. According to an analysis by a career transition firm, more than 1,800 chief executive officers have either resigned, retired, or simply stepped down from their positions in 2024. By October, that number was up by 19% from 2023. Adding to the growing record, the CEOs of the car maker Stellantis and the chip maker Intel both resigned from their positions this week. Both companies have been facing declining stock prices, and in Intel's case, its first expected annual net loss since 1986. Andy Challenger joins me now. He is the senior vice president of the outplacement and career transitioning firm Challenger, Gray and Christmas. First of all, thanks for joining us. But what do you think is causing such a mass exodus from CEO roles this year, and particularly the past few months?
Yeah, it's such a high number. And we do tie it back still to the effects of COVID when there was an enormous drop in CEO turnover, when companies were in such turmoil. They didn't want to let go of leaders in the middle of it, which created some pent up demand for change. But we've also now seen a period of more certainty coming out of an extremely uncertain period during COVID so that companies can make strategies, bring in new leaders to put them in place, and also judge how some of the leaders that have been in the role for the last few years have done, regardless of what was happening in the overall economy.
A Wall Street Journal article describes these resignations of the Intel and Stellantis CEOs as, quote, a reminder that business results still matter, even if they were following government design. So has this always been this way? I guess I know you talked about the COVID effect, but do you think that there has been more of a shift toward companies expecting a more immediate result of success and growth, or else you're out?
I don't know if I would say that's a recent change. For quite a period of time now, CEOs are, their jobs depend on the results of the organization, the stock price, the actual profits that get created from the organization. It is one of those roles that is remains today a job that is highly judged on outcomes, and it's a very high pressure role. It's been that way for some time.
What are the sectors to pay attention to when it comes to that? Because obviously some leaders stick around a little bit longer than others in some fields, but is this just a tech sector, or what are you finding?
Yeah, we've actually seen this year the highest number of turnover in the C-suite roles coming from healthcare products, technology, which has been significant, and entertainment and leisure. Those are actually all three industries that really boomed during the years after COVID. And we are seeing now, as some certainty has come back into the world, boards are making decisions about those leaders and moving them out at a surprisingly quick pace.
Do you expect things to get better?
It's hard to say. We often see CEO turnover increase during periods of recession. We actually didn't see that in 2020 because of the unique nature of it. But if the economy continues to slow down, we've seen some signs that the economy is slowing down in the fashion that the Fed has hoped it will slow down. Uh, if it goes further than that, if they overcorrected, we go into a recession, we could certainly start to see this number tick up even further for CEOs.
All right, Andy Challenger, thank you for breaking all of that down.